Let's see here. Because there's a few different avenues we can go with this. It's a few different avenues we can go with this. But this is a post from Gloria Velez. Now, if you guys don't remember Gloria Velez was also, if you think about it, was trafficked. Remember, Gloria Velez was pretty much trafficked by Aaron Hall. Aaron Hall back in the day had her when she was about what 15, 16 years old, and Tupac saved her from the sacrifice. Remember, she told that story in an interview. Okay, so kind of interesting that Gloria Velez would post this and say the magnitude of exposing the dark underbelly of the entertainment industry cannot be overstated. When individuals like Isaac Kappy courageously shine a light on alleged pedophilia and corruption involving high-profile A-list celebrities, it raises critical questions about the protection of innocence in a world that thrives on power and secrecy. Kappy's chilling revelations and instances that he was not suicidal. I repeat, that he was not suicidal before his tragic death leave many wondering about the true nature of his fate. Was it really a suicide, or is there more beneath the surface? What do you believe? Now I'm gonna refresh this because I didn't want the cause I was looking into the video here. But I wanted to start from the beginning though.
Was at Seth's. Seth turned to me and opened up this secret bookshelf, and he's like, "This is where we keep the children." I tried to just put it out of my mind, but then about a month later, Seth, Claire, and I were having a dinner at their house, and Seth said, "We now need to have a talk about chicken." And I was like, "Oh God." And then he basically admitted that he's a pedophile.
I know you from Robot Chicken.
That's so fun.
Yeah, explain to them the concept of Robot Chicken. I mean, it's fairly self-evident. Robot Chicken. Yeah. What's not to understand?
Yeah, it's all in the title.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna take a picture with your baby, I guess. And I usually try and do something really disturbing, like put the baby's hand in my mouth, like, I'm eating your baby.
What are you doing? You pretend to cannibalize the baby?
No, I
Talk about Tom Hanks either, who is also a pedophile. Steven Spielberg is a pedophile.
Did I lie about Seth Green? No, Seth Green's a pedophile. Am I afraid of something? I'm afraid of, no, I should be, because bad things are coming my way. I can assure you of that. Yeah, probably. Yeah, most likely. I did something really dumb. I'm not suicidal. I'm not suicidal.
I'm gonna show that full video in a second.
What really hit me was at Seth's.
Okay, so that was a restart of it. So yeah, Isaac Kappy pretty much was another whistleblower. Well, should I say he was not just another whistleblower, but he was very informative and even it looks like infiltrated, if you will. Yeah, a lot of people would keep saying, "Well, what did he do? What did he do? What did he do?" I think it was recording that video. I think that's the main thing that he did. You see, all the truth is coming out. You can't hide this anymore, Hollywood. That's right. That's absolutely right. Tom Hanks and his wife was adrenochrome suppliers to celebrities until the pandemic. They got locked up and some celebrities had on ankle bracelets. Their own laws and rules again. I've been hearing things about that ankle bracelet thing. I think I had looked into that beforehand. I'm going to do a little bit more digging on that because I keep hearing about the ankle monitor thing. I keep hearing about that rumor about the ankle monitor thing. Their own laws and rules going to get them. I really wondered what they exactly has been doing. The whole plasma thing. Yeah, that's the adrenochrome pretty much. And the crazy thing was Bill Gates is at the head. If you're talking about COVID, Bill Gates is the head of vaccines, ironically. And then the name Seth, you're absolutely right. So how many people actually knew about robot chicken being in somewhat translation to pedophilia? How many people knew that? So let me see here. Doo-doo. The term chicken has multiple meanings, including a young gay man or a young looking gay man. Gay slang, a young gay man, a young looking gay man, especially who is sought as a sexual partner by older men. And any boy under the age of consent, heterosexual, fair of face, and unfamiliar with homosexuality, so many chickens were flapping around that I thought were touring colonel that I thought we were touring. So many flapping chickens were around that I thought we were touring Colonel Sanders' plantation. Too juvenile, youthful, young-looking. Others have defined it as young man who engages in sex for money or favors. So I didn't know that the term chicken meant that. So I had no idea that. I had no idea about that. So now when I think of the term chicken, right, I also have to think about the Santa Baby video in a sense, right? If you think about it, you have to think about the Santa Baby video. Because what do we literally see? What do we literally see in the Santa Baby video? Was the men around what? A chicken fight. Or should I say betting around a chicken? There's even a guy holding one. There's a chicken right there, and then the guy holding a chicken. Yes, he did say something about Tom Hanks as well. I've actually heard the truth about Ellen and Oprah pimp out gorillas because some wealthy elites actually enjoy watching them to terrible things to others and humans. So that relates to bestiality. That relates to the bestiality that we're talking about with Pig's Night. That's crazy. However, have I heard of James Elefantis? No. Allison Clanton, what's going on? Not the way with James Elefantin. Let me see. So he's the owner of Comet Ping Pong Press Room. Doo, doo, doo. Oh, so what comes up with him is the Pizzagate theory. Yeah, what comes up with him is the Pizzagate case. Seeing it right here. Which is crazy because I didn't know there was a Donut Gate. We're gonna learn about Donut Gate in a few. I had no idea that there was a Pizzagate and a Donut Gate, and they were linked to the same thing. Yes, of course you can. You absolutely can. You absolutely can. The Instagram is right there. You definitely can. You most definitely can. Anytime, anytime. Okay, so let's this is Isaac Cap. I forgot I had the list of Isaac Kappy movies up here. So let's start with let's see. Let us go to I guess we'll look at the full video here real quick. Well, not the full video, but just majority of well, I mean, we caught the bits and pieces over there we need to see in the Gloria Velez particular video, so we don't need to see the actual confession video. But that was supposed to be his last confession video. There's actually an hour and 18-minute live stream that he did, where he pretty much was answering those questions. But there's a key part in like the 10-minute part, I guess, where it's his last confession, and pretty much he's just saying over and over how he did something very stupid and he's not suicidal. But Sloan has a very good video as well on this particular topic that I want to look at.
Struggle against darkness. This struggle against darkness.
I don't know what just happened. Okay.
Consumed me. It consumed me. Yeah, I'm a bad guy. I'm a bad guy. I'm a bad guy. I let the darkness consume me. I'm not suicidal. I'm not suicidal. I'm not going to tell you what I did because at this point, it still could endanger people. And I don't want to do that. Can you help me? You can pray for my soul.
Did Isaac Kappy take his own life, or was he silenced by Hollywood elites? This man was an actor who decided to expose the industry. He called out creeps like Seth Green and Tom Hanks. Before Isaac passed away, he made it clear he did not want to die. But then suddenly, he was hit by a car on the interstate. Was this Isaac Kappy's choice, or did someone stop him from sharing the truth? So let's get into it. It's time we talk about Isaac Kappy. If you guys don't know who Isaac is, he was an actor and a writer. He's best known for appearing in Thorn, Fanboys, and Terminator Salvation. Although he's been part of big projects, he hasn't had a major role in a film and hasn't appeared in a movie or TV show since 2016. You guys know that we love to expose corruption and evil in Hollywood on this channel, and that seems like it was Isaac's mission. He used his platforms on social media to take down people he believed were harming children
In the world. And uncovering the darkness in the world. But not enough time uncovering the darkness within me.
That's a great mission to have, because there are so many people in the industry who love to stay silent. But unfortunately, Isaac died on May 13th, 2019. He was only 42 years old when officials confirmed that he was struck by a Ford pickup truck after hurling himself off of a bridge onto an interstate, which sounds like a really tragic way to go. I mean, to go from a bridge to a busy highway and then to be hit by a car sounds like an absolute nightmare. State troopers were called to the scene at 7:26 a.m. on a Monday, which is pretty early, and I'm assuming at this point people were probably headed to work. There was some traffic, and there were actually some bystanders who tried physically restraining Isaac from jumping off the bridge, but ultimately they failed. No one else was injured, but I don't even know how did they fail? I mean, I guess if he was seriously fighting back and trying to get out of their control, I understand. But I feel like if there's multiple people trying to restrain one man, I don't know how they wouldn't be successful. There are a lot of questions surrounding Isaac's death because he had a mission. He wanted to expose all of these creeps in Hollywood and for people to understand who their favorite actors really were. And a lot of people believed that Isaac was not in the state of mind to take his own life because he made it clear in a video that he did not want to do that.
Struggle against darkness. This struggle against darkness consumed me. It consumed me. Yeah, I'm a bad guy. I'm a bad guy. I'm a bad guy. I let the darkness consume me. And I didn't spend enough time nurturing the light and love within me. I did something really dumb. I'm not suicidal. I'm not suicidal. Did I do it for money? Yeah, man, it's bad. It's so dumb. It's so fucking dumb. I'm not going to tell you what I did because at this point, it still could endanger people. And I don't want to do that. So, can you help me? You can pray for my soul.
Okay, there's a lot to take away from there. So this video came out shortly before he passed away, and he's talking about like doing something really bad, being a bad person, and almost seems like he cannot forgive himself for what he had done. But he makes it a point to say that he does not want to take his own life. He has not reached that, and he also later on in the video talks about his safety and the fact that he needs people to understand that he did not want to take his own life, so that if something happens to him, it was somebody else. I mean, in this clip, he talks about even leaving the country. So it seems like he had every intent of staying alive.
I made some choices. Am I going to leave the country? I might. Yeah, I might.
That probably would have been a good idea. He actually might have been still alive if he had left the country. That might have been a great idea. Blue Muse, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I greatly appreciate it. God bless you for that. Thank you as well, Opera, for the Cash App. I don't know if the video was too loud when I said that. And what's going on, Lulu? What's going on? What's going on? Thank you, Chill Murray. If you have Venmo, you'll get 100% of the money, and I will do that in the future. But right now, I wanted to just say thank you because I never get it on a live. Plus, I loved Kappy. Yes, we're definitely going to be covering Isaac Kappy the rest of this evening because it's a deep, dark rabbit hole. And he wants us to follow the white rabbit hole. So we're definitely going to be following the rabbit hole, and it's a dark one. It's a dark one. It's a deep, dark one. As well as the Cash App is probably the best way for me. The Cash App is probably the best way for me. I don't have the Venmo, but I will get Venmo. I will definitely get Venmo. I will definitely do that. I will definitely look into that. I like Sloan's take on this. And the reason why I wanted to use Sloan as a blueprint, if you will, because he pretty much covers some of the Tom Hanks thing.
Something bad is about to happen? Yeah, something bad's about to happen.
Something bad is about to happen. He doesn't want to take his own life, but he's done something that he can't seem to forgive himself. He partially wants to leave the country, it seems, but it doesn't seem like he exactly has a plan. So what is going on here? So I saw this clip and I tried to fill in some of these gaps. So 24 hours leading up to his death, Isaac posted a long statement on Instagram, and he wrote that he has not been a good guy and that he's been harmful to people who loved him. There's a lot to unpack from this statement, but there are a few points I want to mention. I mean, there are some petty things he mentions, like, drug use or not paying his taxes, smoking cigarettes and doing drugs and alcohol. So he's really grouping a lot of like minuscule things as bad and really trying to make himself seem like he's just a really awful person, which is kind of a red flag because if he's talking so poorly about himself, you would think that maybe he wants to end his life. But there's something bigger here because he's talking about this awakening from these dark evils in Hollywood. It seems like whatever he did or whatever he knows or whatever he's protecting is eating him alive. He was quoted writing, "You see, I believed myself to be a good guy. I have not been a good guy. In fact, I've been a pretty bad guy throughout my life." Isaac penned a scathing assessment of his own character, writing, "I have used people for money. I betrayed many people and much trust." So the message entirely is pretty vague. We don't really understand what is going on here and what he's trying to, point our attention towards. But I have to question exactly why this happened to Isaac, and this letter was posted and he jumped off the bridge, because there are some enemies he has in Hollywood, and one of those is Tom Hanks. And he's made videos talking about Tom Hanks and claiming that this man has done some really disturbing things to children.
Oh, I'm not going to talk about Tom Hanks either, who is also a pedophile. Tom Hanks, folks, is a pedophile. I'm sorry if this is kind of bursting your bubble, all this information is new, but it's time that this comes out into the open because we are going to change the way everything works, because at the top levels of wealth, of power, the very top levels, these people are just sick and psycho.
Isaac has a point here because at the top levels, there are really, really disturbing people. And honestly, I kind of want to make a video about Tom Hanks, but I'm kind of scared. One of the reasons I'm scared is because people blame him for Isaac's death. If you type in Tom Hanks onto Google, you'll see Route 66 pops up. In another search engine, you'll see that people look up Tom Hanks and Isaac and a glove and this investigation. So Isaac made
So let's fact check that. Let's fact check that a little bit. Here we go. So you can Google Tom Hanks Route 66. You sure enough see picture with that glove. And this is Tom Hanks' actual Twitter right here. Historic Route 66 roadkill? I hope not. Hanks. It's crazy. Right under it, Angel City in 2019, right after he died. Strange tweet by Tom Hanks before actor Isaac Kappy's death. Actor labeled him a pedophile. That's right underneath the post by Tom Hanks. About me, what's going on? What's going on? About Mel. About Mel, my bad. Why would he post a glove there, though? That's the crazy part. Why would you post a glove there? And furthermore, it's been a lot of rumors about Tom Hanks. It's been a lot of rumors about Tom Hanks being a pedo. That's not the first time we even heard that on the pod. We've heard about that a couple of times. I mean, you Google that. The crazy thing is he moved to Greece. Yeah, Tom Hanks is a Greek citizen now. But the pedophile claim is false. That's crazy how they put that in the headlines. QAnon believes many things, including that Tom Hanks is a pedophile. That's crazy. It's a Satan-worshipping pedophile. Allegedly. And see, that's the thing. It's not just Isaac Kappy that said it. It is not just Isaac Kappy that said it, it looks like. Interesting, though. Like I said, this is why they can never get me for defamation of character. Because it's not about what I said. It's what I'm hearing people say. Always remember that.
Some really intense remarks about Tom Hanks. And some people believe that Tom Hanks retaliated and that's why Isaac is dead. So on April 14th, 2019, Tom Hanks posted this on Twitter, 39 days before Isaac died. There's a picture of a glove on the ground and he writes, "Historic Route 66. Roadkill? I hope not." So people are a little bit concerned because they realized.
Now, after doing the mathematics and the numerology we was just looking at with kinfolk, right? That 39 and that 4 being in there. The numerology we were just looking at with kinfolk and the 4 and the 39. And we usually know that means murder, right? The 39. The 4 and the 39 both mean murder in gematria. Both those numbers come up. It's like, why would you do that exactly 39 days before his death? You see what I'm saying? It's like they call it the murder by numbers for a reason. Look at his friend Steven Spielberg. He also called Steven Spielberg a pedophile. That's the crazy part. He adopted a black child who is now in the porn business because she was sick of being touched, and they do that for sick, sinister reasons. They're called the Venetian black nobility. At least in the modern times, this is where all the sick and evil practices originated from. If you are not talking about the ancient times. Let me see what that is right there. Venetian black nobility. The black nobility, also known as the black aristocracy or Roman aristocratic. Okay. Oh, let me see something. So the black nobility or black aristocracy are Roman aristocratic families who sided with the papacy under Pope Plus 9 after the Savoy family-led army of the Kingdom of Italy entered Rome on 20 September 1870, overthrew the Pope and the Pope. Okay, so this is in relation to, I was just going to say that this is in relation to the Vatican City. I was just thinking that this is in relation to the Vatican City. As I'm reading the Pope, and I'm like, okay, this is more evidence of what they was talking about before in the church. Steven Spielberg still got an answer for Heather's unaliving, the little girl from Poltergeist. Yes, I love this chat as well for that. I absolutely do. I absolutely do, because I get a lot of information from y'all as well.
That when Isaac died, he had died on Route 66. He was hit by a car, which could be described as roadkill. I mean, it's a really awful way of describing it. So some people are thinking that like this post by Tom Hanks is kind of foreshadowing what was going to happen to Isaac. Maybe he had an idea in that first video that something like this was going to happen to him. Then on the same day that Isaac died, back on May 13th, 2019, Tom Hanks posted a picture of a handkerchief. Now, this is when some conspiracy theories come in, and I don't necessarily believe this, but I wanted to bring it up because I don't understand all of the symbolism. Supposedly, this red handkerchief means something because within the world of high-profile murders, there's a theme of a red scarf. So, high-profile people are found hanged, often with red scarves, including Kate Spade and Loren Scott. It's also a
You know me. We fact check around here. Kate Spade, Anthony Bourdain, and Happiness. So Kate Spade used a red scarf. Anthony Bourdain did it with a belt from a bathrobe. Let's see. Kate Spade died by suicide. Yeah, all of them just say Kate Spade. Awareness for missing and murdered indigenous people. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have anything here when you Google it. It's Japanese folklore. Red is considered the color that expels illness and demons, and Nari, the gold of rice and prosperity, is often depicted wearing a red bib. Let me see. They don't. Okay, so A wrist. Oh, the red silk. Yeah, they don't really have anything on that necessarily, except for Kate Spade, which I wonder why they even coincided with Kate Spade, honestly. But I don't necessarily think that the red scarf had anything to do with anything.
Bizarre coincidence that this was posted the same day that Isaac died, which is someone I'm sure Tom doesn't like. This Twitter account also brought up the fact that the person who hit Isaac was named Forrest Scott Proctor, which is a little bit bizarre because you guys may remember that Tom Hanks was in a movie where he played someone named Forrest, and supposedly Isaac died on Route 66. So
now that part is where things get a little bit interesting, because I'm like, all right, the guy that hit him also was named Forrest, and he played in a movie named Forrest Gump. That's an interesting coincidence there.
Tom is referring to that on his tweet, and there's just a lot of coincidence here. But again, this is kind of like a little bit too conspiracy theory ish for me, but I do believe there's something weird about Tom Hanks. So if you guys want an exposing Tom Hanks video, send me your receipts. It's also weird that about a year later after Isaac died, Tom Hanks officially moved to Greece. So let's say something happened where people figured out that he was somehow responsible. He's in another country now. So is he going to be held responsible? Probably not. Not that any of these people in Hollywood are ever held responsible anyways, but I have to acknowledge that Isaac also had his own problems. 6 months before he died, there was a situation between Isaac, Paris Jackson, and Seth Green. At this point, Paris Jackson, Michael Jackson's daughter, was receiving rambling and scary texts from her friend Isaac, and she claimed that she was responding to him because she felt like he was going to take his life at this point. But these text messages were scary, and at this point, Paris and Isaac have already had a past, so she actually started to fear for her own safety.
Sources have shared that Paris continued getting text messages from Kappy, and they're rambling and downright scary. I can't even imagine being in a situation like this. However, I have felt really unsafe before, and it's not one of the best feelings at all. Because Paris actually first responded to Kappy's text messages because she feared he was suicidal and she wanted to be supportive. Kappy sounds like a sick and manipulative man playing with people's emotions.
I would be scared.
Okay, so let's take a look at that real quick. There's a couple of things we could find out with Mr. Seth Green here. So, Paris Jackson and Seth Green allegedly attacked by actor Isaac Kappy. LAPD investigating an actor who allegedly choked Paris Jackson and accused Seth Green of pedophilia is now the focus of a police investigation on the heels of threatening a shootout with cops. TMZ has learned sources with direct knowledge of the case tells us LAPD's Threat Management Division opened an investigation of Isaac Kappy on Friday for alleged harassment and stalking of Seth and his wife Claire. We're told Kappy has repeatedly accused Seth of pedophilia. He actually accused quite a few people of that, though. Quite a few people of that, but Seth Green is the main one that stands out. But the reason why is because he also has a show called Robot Chicken, and we just found out what chicken actually meant, right? Kinda, what's going on? Yes, you did ask about Isaac Kappy Cookanda. You did ask about that not too long ago. You damn sure did ask about that. I forgot. You absolutely right. You absolutely right on that.